Let's first take a look at the S&P 500. As we know that after crossing a 2,300 level, we have 4 weeks of higher high seen in the chart. However, in the last 4 to 5 weeks, we have seen that the bulls are not committed to go higher. If I were to draw the lines, it seems that the price are starting to go downwards. And let's have a look at the S&P 500 futures as well. This is the hourly chart of the S&P 500 futures. As you can see here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, these are the regular market hours. And the white ones are the one that is after or before the market hours. As you can see, the S&P 500 on Thursday evening, or I would say Friday morning for Singapore time, there are some news on attacks on the Syria. And during the news that has been published, we can see that the S&P 500 futures, from a high of 2356, it plunged directly to 2336. Means that there are the 20-point sell-off. And these are not seen during regular market hours, as it happened before the market opens on Friday. So what I'm trying to highlight is, by the time the Friday session opens, the market has more or less recovered up to 2350. So there is not really much impact seen during regular market hours, but we do note that in the off hours of the market, whenever there's any big significant news, there's always a readiness to sell off for the market. So the market remains to be vulnerable to significant news such as political news, or even any catalyst that seems to spark any sell-off. Okay, next, let's take a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones are similar to S&P 500. For the bulls, they are positive in the previous week. However, in this current week, the bulls have hesitated. So this is not really that good for the bulls itself. So I would like to see more commitment from the bulls in Dow Jones. How about Nasdaq? We know that after crossing the resistance zone, Nasdaq has been moving up all the way up. And only in the last 3 weeks, we have seen some cracks in Nasdaq itself. Though Nasdaq is currently under the trend line itself, but I would like to see that more cracks, or even the bulls have managed to patch the cracks and go higher. I like to see Nasdaq moving in one absolute direction. At this moment in time, I would say that it's at neutral level. How about Russell 2000? Russell 2000, after being stuck in the channel for a very long time, it crossed upwards above the channel for a good 3 weeks. But in the last 5 weeks, it's range bound again in the channel. So I would like to see Russell moving out of this channel real fast and to see the direction from this movement. Next, let's take a look at volatility. As in April 2017, for the first week itself, we have VIX at 12.87. So VIX is currently staying above the $12 level. So I would say that since it's very near the $12 level, I would say that the market continues to be complacent. How about Treasury bonds? Treasury bonds, I would say that if it crosses the $124 level, I would say it's bullish. If it crosses down the $116 level, I would say that it's bearish. But ever since it bounced off the $116 level, it has been hugging at the $120 level. And currently it's at 120.71. So I would like to see the bonds breaking out of the $116 to $124 range. Next will be the Japanese yen. Japanese yen, after bouncing off the $82 level, it has been in a channel for a good 8 weeks. And after that, it has managed to cross upwards the channel and has been staying there for the last 3 weeks. I would say that this will be slightly bullish for the Japanese yen as long as it stays above the channel itself. Next, US dollar. We know that $100 level is a very critical level for the US dollar. And currently we see that after rebounding off the $100 level in the previous week, we have seen the $100 level staying above the $100 level. So this is continues to be bullish for the US dollar as long as they stay above the $100 level. So for S&P 500, I would say that it is neutral to slightly more bearish. And for the Dow 30, it will be neutral to slightly more bearish because the bulls have hesitated in the current week. Nasdaq itself, I would say that it's neutral. And I would like to see more action from Nasdaq itself to see whether they would like to go above the trend line to continue its bullish run. For Russell itself, it continues to be in the channel for the last 4 to 5 weeks. VIX itself is at the $12 level, so I will expect more action from the VIX itself. Bonds continue to be within the $116 to $124 level and is hugging at the $120 level, so it's at neutral level, I would say. Japanese yen continue to stay above its channel for the third week. So I would say that it was currently more bullish than bearish itself. Dollar itself has crossed above the $100 level and is staying above it. So I would say that dollar is continues to be more bullish. Now, the market now is focused on the political news in US and Russia as the event has happened since last Thursday. Let's take a look at more information in the next week.